avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. Sorry, you're being recorded.
Thank you. Way to avoid those legal snags.
Welcome back, guys. I'm having a bit of an issue with my cough, but we'll get through it. It's currently January 6th, Monday, and we're back at it again. Previously, this is our first episode
of the new decade.
Oh, 2020 is upon us. That means new goals, new ambitions, and we're going to fail at them in 3 weeks.
And everybody was with us as we grew so much as a podcast in 2019, and it's really only up from here.
You really can't go down from the bottom. We started at 0. We got 2 plays.
We could have only had 1, so you can go down. And I think those 2 plays were us. So.
All right. Sorry, so Angel Corrado. For anybody new listening in, since last time we got a few new people. So how would you describe yourself? If somebody new was meeting you, if somebody was asking, who are you? How would you respond?
Who am I? I'm the fun-loving, really cool co-host as compared to my other co-host. People want to be around me a lot more than they want to be around this other guy that I'm with. No, I'm kidding. I am kind of just happy-go-lucky, go with the flow. I would say that describes me.
All right. Nice.
Those are 2 very lame personality traits that I just described.
Go with the flow. Outgoing. People want to be around. Mm-hmm. Okay. If I would meeting somebody new, I'd just be like, my name is Angel. I'm nobody.
Hey, why are you talking to me? I'm not interesting. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Luckily for all these quizzes, you've done a lot more things than I have, culturally wise. Because, as you can tell, I mostly work. But
I just work too, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of both in the same boat now after college. Life.
It's not like Friends, the Friends show where you're just hanging out all the time.
Mm-hmm. I wish that was it. Just hanging out in a coffee shop.
Make it sound so interesting. Then you get to the real world. You're like, wait, the friends that were putting on that show were actually working. Wow.
They were hanging out, and their hanging out was their work. So were they really hanging out, or oh man?
That'd be okay. This is why I kind of like doing this podcast, because this is technically work. There's also catching up with Sawyer.
Yeah, just talking with a friend. That's all it is. That's all I really view it. We talk about random topics and everything, but it's mainly just, so how was your week last week? Anything crazy happen in the news that we need to talk about, or sports world, and then we find out what type of Christmas dessert we are based off of those BuzzFeed quizzes.
I had a client come in, or customer come in, and
you call a customer a client? Why did you call them a client?
Oh no, I'm weird. Okay, but they came in. They looked at me. If you're in the YouTube, you see my hair. I don't really do anything with my hair. I just take a shower, dry it, and it's up. So they're like, they said it in Spanish. They're like, "Hey man, did somebody scare you?" I'm just laughing at them. Yeah.
That's what it is.
She kept going. Threw more jokes at me. I just kept laughing. It was 3 of them. One was like, "Hey man, when are you gonna get a haircut?" And 3 was like, "Did somebody scare you? Did I scare you? Am I that ugly looking?" I thought that was funny.
This lady is roasting you in your store.
When I cut my hair, we had different. I used to have long hair, ponytail hair, up to a ponytail. I actually had it in a ponytail for a couple of weeks. But there's some people who'd be like, "Why'd you cut it? You had such nice long hair." And then this other girl was like, "You finally look like a man."
It's about time. Why did you end up cutting it? Were you just sick of it? I wanted to switch it up.
Yeah. Clearly, I don't do anything with my hair. But if I had long hair, you couldn't pull it off not doing anything with your hair if you
Yeah.
have long hair.
Yeah.
So I cut it. I'm really thinking about cutting it again, but then I'm like, it's always like that awkward phase. But I don't know. Still don't know. I'm definitely gonna cut it somehow because I got those comments like 3 or 4 times today. I'm like, whoa, I should probably do something with my hair.
Well, it's crazy because like I've seen you in like all of your hair stages. I've seen you when you basically had like a buzz cut for a while, and then with your ponytail. So I've seen all the in between.
With short hair.
Hair is one of those things I try not to get too worked up on because I'm like, if like it's a bad haircut, it'll grow back, things like that. But whenever I'm like, what do I want to do? Like I always want to do something like cool with my hair, but like I never end up doing it. I'm just like, yeah, same as last time. Same as last time. Like I'm that type of person.
Ooh, how do you choose your barber?
First available. There's one haircut place. I guess there's two. One's expensive, one's cheap. So I go to the cheap one by me, and then I just go first available. It's just sports clips. So
Yeah, I was like, how'd you choose the location? But just like Google it. Sports
yeah,
clip near me.
that just well, it's just 2 blocks away. The other one is 2 blocks the other way, but it's like twice as expensive. And so it made my decision very easy. I'm not too picky with my hair.
Okay. I was like, I'm picky. I need to do like a lineup. Do you know what a lineup is?
What's a lineup?
Like,
Oh, is
when they
that
do
is that? Oh, when they do it. Okay, yeah, yeah.
the edges. I remember one time I got a haircut at Purdue, a local barber, and I was like, "Can you do a lineup?" And he was like, "What's that?" And I'm like, like the edges around like the front, so it makes it look like crisp and clean, like nice
Yeah.
and whatnot. And he's like, "I guess," and then he tried to do it, and I'm like, "Forget it."
You just messed it up. Please stop.
Yeah. So I feel like that's one of the big things. And other than that, really, yeah. If I have a buzz cut, like you can't really ruin a buzz cut.
Yeah. There was
Except for
one
not
time.
doing lineup.
Yeah, true. True. I've had a couple of buzz cuts over the years and I just have like a weirdly shaped head, I think. And so I told myself I'm never getting another buzz cut again just because I feel like I look like not the best. I'll keep some hair up there. Let's just hope I don't go bald. Oh man.
Can we see your hair?
Stressing out.
For anybody watching this on video, can we see your head? He's currently wearing a baseball
Oh.
cap.
And now I got hat hair.
Yeah.
And I got a dark background too, so you can't see anything still. Just the way I like it. Keep it mysterious.
Saint Benedict. Who is Saint Benedict?
So it's a brewery in southern Indiana. Yep. It's actually the place that we are going to be stopping at before the wedding. So you will be walking into St. Benedict's Brewery in your life. Yep. Give it a couple months and you will check out what this place is.
Saint Benedict is the name that Sawyer currently has on his hat, baseball cap.
Oh, and go to YouTube Angel Corrado too to check out this. But this is my Christmas sweater that I'm wearing right now. Santa, do you love me? And it's Drake.
Supposedly, isn't Drake coming out with like Mimi, or it's in the works?
Wouldn't surprise me. All right, when's the last big song that like it's not even a big song? When's the last couple of songs that he's come out with? Like I couldn't even tell you.
Kiki, do you love me?
Oh yeah, that was like because that's when I got this, and so that was like 2 years ago, I want to say. So there had to be other ones. Maybe it's just like he's been like collabing with people or something.
Yeah. I think Kiki's. Well, like the Kiki one went like since it became a meme and became like videos everywhere. I think it was his biggest hit since it went viral. But other than that, I don't remember any other song.
Yeah, I mean nothing really pops to my head recently besides that song from him. So
God's Plan.
I feel like that was like the same album, I want to say. And for those of you listening, don't be yelling at us if we're completely off with all of these. We're gonna have like the biggest Drake fan out there. Like, no, that was actually an album from 2017. You're talking about the 2018 album.
List of 10 songs you missed, and we're like, oh yeah, I remember that song. Oh, that song too. Yeah. but it's okay.
Yeah. So I've got a story time for us. YouTube, you can check out my finger. Um, I had an injury over New Year's.
He has a band-aid over his middle
it's
finger.
it's a stint because
It's
I got a piece of glass that cut down my middle finger and I needed 7 stitches at 1 a.m. on New Year's Day.
1
So
a.m.
1 a.m. I got out of the ER at 4 a.m. And so that's how I kicked off my 2020.
So 1 a.m. New Year's Day. So
Yep. Yep.
story time.
And they're like, yeah, well, so there was a little alcohol involved, but like it wasn't the
I get it.
reason why I got it. So
The
my
nurse is probably like,
fiance,
yeah.
my fiance got a wine aerator, which if you put it in red wine, apparently like it takes the air out of it when you pour. You basically just like put this little, I guess like tool in the opening of the wine bottle, so when you pour it, it takes the air out of it. And so we were using that because we were having some wine, and then she pulled it, like, she pulled the aerator out, and there's a little rubber stopper at the bottom, and the rubber piece got stuck in the neck of the bottle, and so I was like, oh no, we need to get this out. How do I get this out? And then little intoxicated Sawyer thinks it's a good idea. Well, I've got a concrete slab in the back. Like I'll just go and I'll bust it on there. And Candace goes,
Oh,
no, we got a hammer. Don't do that. And I'm like, I can do it. So she goes, no, wait, I'll get the hammer. She leaves. My masculinity sets in, and I'm like, I don't need a stupid hammer to do this job. And so I smash the glass bottle, a glass shard goes right there. And then I'm just standing in the back going, Candace. So
girl, what was Candace's response once she saw you? And did she have a hammer in her hand?
I think she had the hammer in her hand when she came back, but I think her honestly kind of blacked out a little bit because I was just kind of in shock of what the heck just happened. But I think it was more like, oh my god, we're going to the ER.
I just
So,
be like seeing her and be like, I told you so.
and then all the doctors and everything, they were like, so what's the story? What's the story? Like I got asked what the story was like 4 or 5 times just to make sure like I wasn't lying about anything I was saying. And then all of them were like, was there alcohol involved? And I'm like, yeah, a little bit, but like it's not like I got in a fight or something or anything.
It was a wine bottle. We were trying to open the wine
Yeah,
bottle.
I was trying to be a good fiance, helping out my fiance. But the stitches come out on Friday at 9 a.m. and I am looking forward to it.
Oh, so you had something stuck in the wine bottle and used a concrete slab to like hit it against it or what?
Yeah, so I had the wine bottle in my hand and there was a concrete slab. And so I was like, well, the best way to get it out is to just smash the wine bottle and then like I could get it out.
Uh-huh.
That didn't work because then we came back after the ER and in the morning when I woke up, went to the wine bottle and the rubber stopper was still in the neck of the bottle. My smashing didn't even get it out. So I essentially did nothing to help the situation except hurt myself.
So you smashed the bottle on the concrete,
Mm-hmm.
and how did you get like?
Yeah, so the concrete wall, so it's a concrete wall, and there's like an indent in the wall because I think the previous people put like a picture or something in the back patio, and so like there's a little lip, and so it's about like chest height, and so I was lips like here, so I was smashing it basically at like chest level, and so
Uh-huh.
then when I hit it, then I don't know how it shattered or how I was holding it necessarily, but a piece just went whoop.
Ouch! Your hand
Yeah,
was that close that it got some. Okay.
yeah.
So what did you learn? Sorry.
Don't smash glass bottles. Use a hammer if you need to break it and be careful.
I just love the fact that Ken was like, "We have a hammer." No, I
No.
can do it.
And that was a great end to my because like since I'm doing Whole30 and sober January, that was a great end to my drinking for 2019. Ending on that very low note.
I see Candace's dinners, like the whole challenge. And, like I'm watching that while I'm currently eating Chinese.
Ooh, those look good. I gotta tell you, these meals are so good. They're kind of a pain in the butt sometimes to make, but like you just know you're eating this like super healthy stuff. But I would be doing the same thing if I was in your shoes. I'd be eating like fried chicken, looking at it and be like, that looks like it could be nice. But
Well, like I'm like I should probably be doing that, but I'll start it like next week. Cause I'm like trying to eat healthier. We'll see how it goes. I think like if you do CrossFit, it just helps out to eat healthier because like your body recovers faster and you actually have the energy to do the workout and you're not like burping out those French fries in the middle of the workout.
yeah, yeah.
Because
No,
you
it
regret
just kind of gets
it.
in the mindset.
Yeah, because I've done that before where like I've eaten a bad meal during the day and I'm just like burping it out during the workout and I'm like, I shouldn't have had those French fries. Yeah.
That's like one of the saddest things I think for me is like when I go on the treadmill or something, like and I look at how many calories you burned like in this session, and then I go home and I look at something I'm going to eat and I'm like, well, these are all coming back in this one snack. Like that's not worth it. It's like, do I work out harder? Do I eat healthier? Yeah, I'll do neither.
Burrito bowl. It's over 1,000 calories.
No comment.
And then like I'm thinking about how much preservatives they put to make the guacamole like still fresh.
Yeah.
Because like we make guacamole here, and it only lasts like when you make fresh guacamole, it lasts what like 1 to 3 days
I was gonna
max.
say 2 days for me with like typically, and that gets all brown and just nasty.
And so for them to have it that green, I'm like, how much preservatives they must put in that thing?
How often
But
do
it's good.
you how often do you make fresh guacamole there?
Whenever whenever I'm either in the mood or probably maybe like once a week or maybe more if we end up having like guacamoles that are turning bad that people don't want to
Mm.
buy because they are like $2 a piece. And
Avocados are
so
$2 a piece.
yeah,
Dang.
and people we've had them up to $3. Yeah, 2.99. And people usually come here for them because apparently we have the freshest ones.
Mm.
Um, Walmart, Walmart's always avocados are always very green, which
Mm.
I can make sense because then they don't go bad if they're that
Yeah.
green.
No.
But us being a small shop, we have to like make sure that it's the good ones because
Yeah,
sell them.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is too, like exactly like you said, you gotta be able to have the best ones to sell them since it is a small shop, and the ones that you can't sell for whatever reason, then you gotta do something else, and so that's when you make the guacamole with them and everything. I think it's impressive people that can like go to the produce section and like no matter what they're looking at, tell what's like the good time to buy like said fruit. Because like avocados, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they need to be like a little squishy when you feel them, but like not too squishy. Because I think if they're too hard, then it's like they're too ripe. But if they're too
Right,
squishy, then like they're brown on the inside, so you need like a little squish, but not a lot. And, like there's ways to do
right.
it with like onions and then pineapple and everything too. I think you want a little yellow, not all green. Like people that can do all of that stuff, I kind of just guess half the time, and I'm yeah, you look good. I I just think it's impressive.
I had a customer come in and was like, we were selling watermelons, and she goes like, knocks on it, and puts her ear against it, and she's like, I see my grandma do it all the time. Do you know how like choose the right one? I just like kept laughing at her. I have no idea.
What
It was like
are you
funny.
listening for, ma'am?
She knocked on it, and I was like, listening to it, and I'm like, I feel like you're supposed to feel if it's hollow or not, but I don't know which one's like ripe or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am not
like
the person to ask for that, but that is funny. And then she turns to you and you're just making fun of her, just laughing at her.
I was like, what are you doing? My grandma does it. Okay. She didn't even know why she was doing it. She also didn't know what was she supposed to listen to. She just knew she was supposed to
She's
do
to
it.
knock and then listen. But what are you knocking for? What are you listening for? You know what you're supposed to do, but that's half the
Grandma did
battle.
not teach it. Yeah, grandma didn't teach the end of it. I was like, okay, if it's hollow, it's good. If it's not, yeah. Ooh, I love it when people ask recipes for tamales, and I'm like, my grandma taught me how to stir the pot. I
That's
just
all I'm
like
good for. She put all the ingredients in, the right levels of everything. I was the stirrer. Don't ask me these questions.
Have you seen grandmas like do their recipes? Like they don't even have like they just know it off
You just
their.
know it. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a sense. It's not like a tablespoon, like a cup or whatnot. It's just like,
Yeah.
that's good. And you're like, I need to write this down before you leave.
That's the thing. Yeah. Because it's like, if you want to exactly like that, like, you're going to need it. But the thing is, like, whatever she tells you, it's going to be exactly, like, it's going to be completely different from what she does just because she doesn't go off the recipe. She just does based off of what she knows to do. So that's the best thing about grandmas. They're just the best at everything.
All that experience of like, doing everything, I'm like, oh, yeah, I probably won't be able to do it.
But if you
So,
want somebody to eat Chinese food with, I am your guy.
yes.
Or to stir your
Or,
pot.
yes. Or what you do is you go to like a local shop like ours, ask around, see which grandmas are selling foods for the holidays. And boom! You get grandma's tamales, somebody else's grandma's, of course, for, for money. And you save all that time.
You just follow them around, get whatever they're getting in their cart, and you guess what they were going to make. That's all it is. Don't even
No,
talk to them. You just follow them and mimic them.
no. You're supposed to ask around and be like, any grandma stuff tamales?
Hey,
But
you look old. You making tamales?
in a very chill man, because I know, some people have come up to us and asked us as the cashiers of like, hey, anybody here sell tamales? And then like that's the good way to go about it, asking the cashiers.
Yeah.
Like, does anybody sell food? Because especially in the middle of the Midwest, not in Chicago area, if people have been either in big cities, they know about tamales and they
Yeah.
want for the holidays. And
Mhm.
it's a work. It takes a lot of work to make tamales.
I love it. We've got a underneath one of the train stations by me. They like every once in a while there's like a farmers market, and then there's this like family essentially that they just sell tamales. And so every once in a while, whenever they're out there, Candace and I, that'll be our dinner. Like we'll buy a couple of different tamales, and then we'll come back and we'll eat it. And they are so good. That's authentic Mexican food, and you love it.
And if they're selling it, they're like, yeah, they make it good.
Hmm.
That it saves the salt. It's like make it taste right. If not, they're not gonna come back.
I wouldn't know if it tasted right or if it didn't taste it right. I'd be like, "Yep, this is how it's supposed to taste. And good or bad, like take it or leave it." What would be like your
Um,
signature dish if somebody said, "Make me like the best thing that you can make"? What would you make them?
get a phone. Conquer a phone. I think the most experience I have is like with eggs.
Yeah.
Uh, I this is like my dad's signature dish, which this is not. I have no idea how to make it.
Well, then this does not count as you can still tell your dad's signature dish, but this does not answer the question.
I was gonna be like, this is what I hope to be. Hopefully, in the
Ah,
future.
okay. So this is your
My
aspiration meal.
yes, yes, dude.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there because I don't want people to be like, "Hey, do you know how to do this?" I'm like, that's like the dream. It's really not there yet. Pasta with shrimp, and it's probably I don't know what kind of sauce to use it, but pasta with shrimp,
Is it like red or white sauce?
white,
White
white
sauce.
sauce.
The only white sauces I know are like Alfredo, and then like there's like the vodka sauce, but I think sometimes that can be red.
It's probably Alfredo because I like Alfredo sauce.
I love Alfredo sauce.
Pasta with shrimp, and then sometimes he has chicken and whatnot. And that was like his signature dish.
Now, what kind of noodles? That's the next question. Are they like the penne noodles, where they're like the little tubes? Are they swirly noodles? Are
Well,
they
what are the little
spaghetti
tubes called?
noodles? Penne?
What are like the spaghetti noodles or just like the thin ones, long
Yeah.
ones? What are
Uh,
those spaghetti noodles?
I would just call them spaghetti noodles. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, the long ones.
Yeah. Now, are they thin like actual spaghetti, or are they like thick and fat like fettuccine Alfredo noodles?
Thin.
Thin.
I didn't even know this is gonna eat.
Oh, come on.
I'm
You went
telling
to make your
you,
dad's signature dish, and you don't even know what kind of noodles he uses.
I'll go to the aisle and be like, it's thin. And then look at 10 different thin ones. I'm like, oh, darn it.
Oh, which one is it? Because there's angel hair, which is like really thin spaghetti noodles, and then there's spaghetti, and then there's like the fat ones.
Yeah, I would not know. I didn't know how to do that one. What would be your special dish, signature dish?
Mine would be
Whether
nachos.
yes, nachos.
Nachos. Oh, I make a mean plate of nachos. What you do is you get like a baking pan or a baking sheet, and then it's all about the layers, people. Layers are key. So you get the no free ads, but you get the little Tostitos bites, which are like the little
Oh,
circles. Um, you sprinkle those on the bottom. You get some cheese. I prefer cheddar jack, but if you want to be a Colby Jack person, you can go for it. No judgments. You layer that then, and then you get some beef or whatever meat you want. If you can't eat meat, if you can't eat meat, then don't come to my house for nachos. Layer the next with meat. Then you go do it again. Chips, cheese, meat, and then just those two layers. Put it in. Take it out. Oh, so good. Then you top it off with some sour cream, some guacamole if you're really feeling yourself that day, and you've got yourself a football appetizer. I've gotten compliments by like 2 people.
Mom and dad.
Yes.
Not even the fiance.
Oh, she hates me. That would 100% be my meal. Like, I don't know. It's got to be for the right occasion. Like, I don't make any like fancy meals really good. Like, take too much time and I get too bored doing it.
Uh-huh.
So that's like my quick go-to.
Yeah, my quick go-to scrub up. Remember when we tried to do a cookout at your apartment? Me and Mark went to Target. We're gonna do a cookout. Our first ever cookout as official adults. Graduating college. Well, we were both graduates. You guys were graduating. Both college graduates. We went to Target and we were just didn't know what to get. So I asked one of the employees there was like, we need one of those I think they're called a grill. And then it did not go off right in the beginning. And she's like, yeah, grill. And then we went to go get the grill. And then it came back. And then for some reason it had like 2 stickers, right? And we had the self-checkout lane.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like scanning it out. It just wasn't working for us. And we were like, that same person that we asked in the beginning was like right there. We're like, excuse me, miss, we need your help again.
Can you help us buy our grill?
I think she teases us a little bit about it. But yeah, she goes to the checkout lane, and guess what? She picks it up, scans it,
Oh,
and it works.
she's like, these kids need help.
And Mark was like, believe it or not, like laughing in a way, like, believe it or not, we're both college graduates, but this is our first cookout without our parents.
Purdue doesn't teach you this stuff.
We're like college degrees. We don't know what to do in a cookout. That's when we realized that parents did a lot of work for cookouts. You just don't just show up and eat.
What? That's not how it works? The food doesn't already come pre-made.
Well, that was another thing. We got the meat that was already like in a little patty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie, the only our friend who was actually like has experience as a
grill master.
Restaurant. Yeah, grill master. He's like, why'd you pay more for this? You could have done it yourself. And we're like, we don't know how to do that. All you have to do is
just mush the patty. Just take the ground beef or ground whatever you're using and you just mush it into little balls. That's all you have to do. Or not balls, but patty form.
So clearly, a Purdue education does not teach you how to have a cooker.
But that's adulthood for you. Best way to learn is to just get thrown into the fire. And you guys learned that firsthand.
We went to like 2 or 3 different stores, and we didn't realize how much work it takes to do a cookout. We don't just show up and eat.
There are like a ton of things that you need, like because with that grill, because then we needed the coal for it too. So then we had to buy the coal, and then obviously the lighter, then all the food. But then, as everybody already knows, it's not uncommon knowledge. But like with burgers, you need the patties, all the condiments that you want, the buns, and then that's just pricey right there as is. And for college kids, we just wanted some hamburgers. Like, why is this so difficult?
We should have just done McDonald's, guys.
Seriously. Dollar menu. And then just throwing them on the grill, pretending like we made them.
I think it's also like a sense of adulthood. We wanted to like have something different.
Mm-hmm. And that was like our big, again, like kind of treat yourself kind of day to everybody just get together. It was worth it. I would 100% do that all again if I had to turn back time.
Definitely.
Except for the habanero challenge. I would not do that again. That was a very big regret. Remember that? Did you participate in that?
No. I'm not that dumb.
Who was it? It was... I want to say Mark was a part of it. Mark wasn't a part of it? It was me, Charlie, and Emily. And so all three of us, we did it. And I ended up having to go into the shower with all my clothes on to get just the cold water to touch my tongue. Charlie, my roommate at the time, had to go into he finished up, like we had like a little milk left. He finished up the milk and then he was just putting his head over the faucet. And then our other friend Emily was just laying on the couch dying because we didn't have anything else for her. That was a struggle.
I don't remember this. Did you guys ask me to do it?
It was that same day. It was that same day that we did the whole potluck.
I think I would have said no. Yeah, habaneros, they have a good taste to it, but that kicker at the end,
it kills you.
Yeah. That's why I like the mango habanero wings at B-Dubs, because like it has the mango part of it and that spiciness, and then if you have like half of that and have honey barbecue, it like evens it out so much that you're not like
yeah.
Because I could not. Yeah, jalapenos are tough, let alone a habanero pepper.
Yeah, there are some jalapenos that if you get the wrong one, ooh, you are gonna be hurting. And those linger, like the habanero lingers, but like jalapeno peppers, I feel like linger just a little bit longer. I feel like with the habanero, it's so bad that's what makes you feel like it's there for a really long time. The jalapeno, if you get a bad one, it's just like a little layer of just like burning that you just feel for some time.
I think Mark probably got the habanero peppers at the Mexican store we stopped at. Because, we stopped at a Mexican store and Target. And we were like, I don't even know where I was going with that.
I was actually wondering the same thing. I was like, got them at the Mexican store.
Yeah. I'm like going through my day in my head, and then I'm saying it aloud, and I'm like, okay, that's the end of that thought. Is that so good on a podcast? But in my head, I'm like, oh, done with that thought. Okay. I actually have some quizzes. We talking. This is a good one. But I had some quizzes just in case we didn't have enough to talk about. We'll probably do.
Yeah, go for it.
But let's see. What Nickelodeon character are you based on the blankets you choose?
Or BuzzFeed quizzes?
Yeah. I
thought you were gonna be like 2 + 2, 4. Like you're like that type of quiz.
No. Yeah, but it doesn't say the name. It just shows a picture. What is this? I have to explain this. Okay. It has. They're both warm. We're gonna go to another one.
I've got some would you rather questions if you want me to do this while you're finding a quiz.
Go for it.
Um, this one kind of goes into our hair conversation earlier. Would you rather be completely hairy or completely bald?
Probably go with snap. Completely bald.
That's the one I feel like completely bald is socially acceptable. Completely hairy, like you're walking around looking like a werewolf. Like, what are you doing? Like, nobody's gonna want to talk to you. You could just be like a guy who's bald, and nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, it's just a
it is
fashion
supposed
choice.
to.
I want the bald look. Okay, but it's like, why do you have hair everywhere? Sorry.
And then like maintenance. Like if you're bald, no maintenance.
Hmm.
You're hairy. You gotta take care of that stuff.
You would hope you would take care of that stuff.
Yeah, or just look like me with with hair everywhere. Every customer would be like, "Who's scared of you, hairy man?" Like, oh,
Yeah, you would really be the hairy man at that point.
and my
Would
mom
you
was here too. All right, go for it. Sorry.
would you rather end hunger or end hatred?
Probably hunger, because hungry people, it's not hating that. Yeah. What would you do?
I would go hunger. I would go hunger because I feel like there's always going to be some sort of hatred in the world. Like, and sure, if nobody's hating on people and everybody likes one another, like that still doesn't end people suffering from hunger. And I have gone a couple of hours without eating, and that is difficult. So I can only imagine if people have to go like days. So that's what I would
Yeah,
go
one's
for.
more. I think it's more practical.
Yeah, for
Hatred
sure.
can be like a perspective change, but like hunger, it's like you need food to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if you say like no hatred, like that doesn't mean like that's just saying like there's absolutely no hatred. Like if you could still have no hunger, but then everybody except for two people like each other. Because technically that still applies. Like it could still be world peace except for those two people that are angry at one another. Yeah, finding those little loopholes. Would you rather be an unknown minor league baseball player or a famous professional badminton star? For all of our badminton listeners, shuttlecock. What you thinking about this one? Which one would you be?
Isn't Batman like really famous? Like in
No, badminton.
that? Wait, what is
Badminton.
it?
It's with like the tennis with it's called like the birdie, but they call it a shuttlecock that you hit over the net. It's Badminton. Badminton.
Batman. Isn't that like really famous? Oh no,
I thought
probably Batman.
I thought you said Batman, so that's why I kept
No,
saying Badman.
no.
Like, no, I would rather be Batman than a minor league baseball player or basketball player.
Yeah, definitely the superstar. Cause like with Instagram, you can make it better than what it seems.
Yeah,
A
you're
lot
at
of
least
sponsorship deals.
you're a famous something. I'd rather be a famous something than an unknown something, which is why we started the podcast. Hi, I'm Sawyer.
I'm sorry. I'm Angel. Oh, more people are commenting on the YouTubes. I'm trying to get more of my TikTok fans or followers to like go on YouTube and like giving them duets if they like comment on it and they're doing it. I'm like, yes.
Wow, using that
Like, make sure
influence.
yeah, because I'm like TikTok. It's the algorithm is basically if they like your stuff, they keep showing more of your stuff, right?
Mm,
To that person. With YouTube, it's like it does that too, but it also notifies you of every post that
yeah.
you do. With TikTok, it doesn't necessarily notify you unless you ask it to notify you about every post that you're posting. Because if you haven't liked a certain influencer's stuff for a while, it stops showing you it stopped showing it to you. And I'm
Mm.
like, oh,
Mm.
so that was interesting.
Yeah, I have to be careful sometimes on YouTube because like their suggested videos and everything. Like if I see a video that I'm kind of like 50-50 on, sometimes I won't watch it just because I'm like I don't want to see like all of these just fill up my suggested videos for like a certain type of video. Because like I like watching the like, movie trailers for movies coming out in like early 2020. And so like yesterday I was watching those and then it kept suggesting other movie trailers and I was like, I gotta stop this because I don't want my whole entire feed just to be movie trailers. And
Right.
so it takes like everything into consideration, I feel.
Yeah. So,
How's your TikTok going though? Still doing good on it?
it's basically a slow ride. It's like
Yeah?
it's
Hey,
like it's
a rise is
like
a
TikTok.
rise.
Yeah, I like how like some social media like people. I saw this interview about this person who's been a YouTuber for like 10 years.
Hmm.
He's like, when people would tell him to describe his rise, he's like, I can't really describe like a psh, and like All Star is just like a slow rise
Yeah.
of like 10 years. And his 100th video, he had around 78 subscribers. I thought it was really cool because
Because that's kind of where
actually
you're
like
at, but you got a little more. Aren't you over 100?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, 100 video and around 600 subscribers.
Mm.
But I feel like his channel was so like just tech. So
Yeah.
I don't think his videos probably just were very organic, and unless he got like a very popular tech. But like I'm like mixing it in like current trend dances with TikTok, and
Yeah.
TikTok's like the current craze of teens right now, especially like the young demographic who have time to go on like
Yeah.
YouTube. So
Yeah.
I feel like
You've
that
got
helps out definitely.
your TikTok vlogs and this and just like random things too, like your unboxings of your tech stuff too. Like you mix in a lot of stuff, so you're keeping it pretty general, but you still have that main focus.
Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wait, can
I'm
I
just so
tell you?
empty out there. Go for it.
I was gonna say one of my favorite videos. I think it was like oh you put it into like a couple of different videos, but it was like you unboxed something and then you wrapped it and then you did unwrapping point of view. And it was like the same exact thing. And I watched this and I cracked up when I was watching them because I'm just like you were just like in the zone to make some videos and I'm just like that's Angel. I'm loving this.
Those are great TikToks. Those perform really well on TikTok, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it on YouTube, see if it performs well. And I was like, all right, it wasn't that great, but TikTok it was good because point of view was trending too. A lot of point of
Yeah,
view videos in Christmas time.
yeah.
And I was like, I haven't posted a lot on YouTube, so I'm just gonna use what I use here on YouTube and see how it does. It
You
was
think you're
alright.
gonna hit because your goal is 100 videos, if not more, for this year, right? Uploading.
Um, uploading. Actually, for this, did I say that? I don't remember.
I think you said
But
it took you 6 years to get to 100, and your goal is a
oh
minimum of 100.
yeah, minimum. I feel like the perfect goal would be like daily. If I could go daily, I'd be set. And
Hmm.
yeah, that would be the goal. Daily vlog. And I've been like somewhat playing around with it last year, but didn't necessarily do it. So like this whole New Year's was like, okay, it's something to like new year, new me,
Yeah, for sure.
like a new start line of like, okay, January 1st, 2020, let's go daily, and it could be vlogs. It could be helpful with the podcast that like I would do the podcast and it helped me a day, so I'm like 2 days in advance now.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
with the 2 weeks and just keep going, cause like again, it's like it's slow rise. Like
Yeah.
it's working out. You don't necessarily see like I'm fit, but you just keep putting in the work daily.
No, that's the thing. I feel like there are very few people that have like the random overnight success. Like almost everybody, I feel like you'll get like the spikes in it, but it is just that over the years you just work at it, you fine tune like your craft, your skills, how you again, like you said even before, tell your story and everything like that. And then it's just yeah, you continue to gain the following and just keep that consistency with your uploads.
Mm, yeah. And Shaq got into YouTube. See that?
Who?
Shaq.
Oh, Shaq.
The best, yeah.
Yeah.
He got into YouTube. He's like vlogging now.
Really?
I'm like, what? Yeah. Some of his videos popped up. I'm like, Shaq's on YouTube? Currently, Shaq's on YouTube. And then Kevin Hart got on TikTok, and a bunch of other big people got on TikTok. Chainsmokers on TikTok, and some Purdue's on TikTok now.
Purdue's on TikTok?
Yeah. It's like it's up.
It's
like,
it's big. It's getting big.
That's why I kind of like doing the podcast too, because I feel like voice is also going to be big later on. Even though it's big in our age demographic, even lower, but like I think it's getting even bigger throughout the years.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something a couple of years ago. Like it was like podcast. What's a podcast? Like, why are you doing a podcast kind of thing? But now it's like everyday, not everyday lingo, but you say podcast, people know what you're talking about. It's not like, what the heck is a podcast? Which is cool. And it's probably just going to keep getting more and more common. And then I wonder what's going to die out too. Or if anything will die out.
For sure, cable television. You saw like the decline in that.
The streaming wars.
Yeah. That's definitely going on the rise. And yeah. It's so many streaming platforms.
It's ridiculous. But they're doing smart things. They're like free trials if you have this, and then you do a free trial, and then if you don't do anything, then it just automatically resubscribes you for that next month, and then you're locked in.
Apple TV, and like I have a freaking Apple TV right here. I'm like, and with buying the iPhone, you get I think a year for free Apple TV.
Really?
I'm like, yeah, and I'm afraid to activate it because I feel like I'll like it.
That's the thing. It's like you don't realize, like you're like, I don't need it, but I mean it's free, might as well. And they're like, oh, I love this, I want to keep it. It's like, oh.
Like I got Amazon Prime Video because I have Amazon Prime so I'm actually in the Prime Video. And I actually watch some like old USA episodes of like Psych and whatnot. So, but we'll see how this year goes, especially with trying to post a YouTube video every day with keeping up all the
how much
time.
free time you're gonna have to go through that. I recommend, if you do have time, Marvelous Miss Maisel is on Amazon Video, and it's about a girl comic when like girls weren't supposed to be in comedy, and just like what they had to go through, and just comics in general, like if they couldn't say bad things or else they would get arrested. And so it's about her kind of like rise to fame and everything. It's very good. It was like nominated for like Golden Globes. I don't think it didn't win anything, but like it keeps getting nominated for things. It's a very good show.
What is it called?
The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
The Marvelous Maisel. Boom. I'll try to look it up and see.
Yeah.
Oh, boom. Look at the time, sorry. Look at the time.
It's already been 50 minutes? Oh, my goodness. That flew by.
Yeah. It's crazy. This is why I like doing this. Because it's really catching up with you, which I hardly ever did before this.
I know. It's just what we are on, for everybody listening. Angel and I have been Snapchatting every day now for the last... Give me a second. I am pulling up my Snapchat. The last 726 days. That is absolutely ridiculous. 720.
And didn't we lose it once?
We lost it once because we almost got we've lost it a couple of times. At the beginning, we would almost get to 100 or just get to 100, and then we would lose it, and then we would start it up again. But I think one time we almost got to a year, and then we lost it. Oh. But so we have been doing it for 1.989 calendar years.
We're so close to
that is crazy. I wonder what it's gonna do when we get to 1,000.
Oh. I'll be like Stephen O'Grady and are at 980.
You're at 980?
Yeah.
I will never catch him. And that's sad. Like that saddens me so much.
You were ahead of him. You were my number one until we lost it, and then.
Oh, then he took the lead.
Yeah, me and O'Grady never lost it.
Oh, that
Yeah, because we
explains
were.
because we were probably at like 200 or something when we lost it, which is why now he is 200 in front.
Yeah, and so because you got 726, 980, and so you're second right now, and then Madison's in 570. So yeah, just daily snaps.
Yeah, I've got
The year's
you at
2020.
what?
The year's 2020, and instead of texting one another, we Snapchat because we have a streak beside it,
Yep.
and every day we snap adds one. Snapchat is a genius for that.
And I can't stop or else the streak stops. Like I literally have it in my schedule. I wake up in the morning and I Snapchat. That is bad. But I have to do it or else I'll forget it and then I won't do it. Then I'll get a text from you like I did a couple of times earlier where you're like streak and that's the only text I would get and then I would go on Snapchat.
So Snapchat is doing some good things for that. But ooh, did you see Instagram's now doing like the little filters? Cause like what TikTok does.
Oh
So like,
wait, I don't think
um,
I've seen that's like they've done it like is Instagram the one that does like this is your character or
yeah,
something?
Disney
They do
Channel,
that?
all those filters. Yeah, they're adding it to their little mixture of like filters and whatnot. So
Mm.
kind of like what TikTok did. So basically, Instagram copied Snapchat, and now it's kind of copying TikTok.
Mhm.
But like TikTok's, it's up there.
Yeah.
So like it has the possibility of taking over what like as the main platform because Instagram's currently only the main platform of culture.
Yeah. You if you look up like the growth, like TikTok, it's like enter the game late and it's just like boom, like just rapid upgrowth. Like it's pretty crazy how fast that they're just booming. And honestly, like I don't see it stopping. Like they keep getting a lot of big people that are going on it and everybody keeps like joining and everything.
Instagram bought out a similar company in Brazil,
Oh, they
a
did?
direct competitor to TikTok. So I think they're going to try to challenge it, or either try to challenge it that way, or try to integrate their own features into Instagram.
Mm,
Kind of like how it stopped Snapchat from getting that momentum, because Snapchat was on its way, and then
yeah.
Instagram added stories, and
Yeah.
it cut a lot of people out of Snapchat.
Yeah. Isn't Instagram's bought by Facebook, right?
Correct.
Didn't
And,
Facebook try
and
to buy Snapchat and then
yeah,
they said no, and then that's when they added their stories to the Instagram and they're like, well, screw you then. We're gonna take away what you can do.
correct. Yeah, and then Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion, and
I'd
that
be
was a
okay with that.
steal. That was a steal, because WhatsApp was, I don't know how much it was worth, but it was like, let's see, um, it was bought by Facebook. It was like I think 18 billion.
And Instagram was only 1 billion. I guess
Yeah,
I know both of them are international. I know WhatsApp is like hugely international. But
but
I
I
feel like
think it was like,
Instagram is like more massive than WhatsApp is like to another level.
but it was also during like the early stages of people buying out big. So like 1 billion was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the first time they announced it. But then once the purchase of WhatsApp by 18 billion, we were like, oh, they actually stole Instagram.
Yeah, they really
At first, we're
did.
like, that's insane.
Facebook's like, suckers, we got you.
Mark Zuckerberg is doing amazing things.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. So yeah, the year's 2020. Social media platforms compete. The current top leader is Instagram. Second one would probably be what?
I would say maybe Snapchat or Facebook,
Snapchat, Facebook.
like
Or what
individual
about YouTube?
platforms.
What about YouTube?
Oh, that's
Would
actually a
you
good point.
label that as a
Because like
social platform?
it definitely, I would consider it as a social media platform because like creators can put stories and everything on it and just make posts.
And that's another thing. They added stories to that too.
Yeah. And
Okay,
videos are content just as pictures are for Instagram. I would.
so top charts on free apps. One, Disney Plus streaming wars.
Are you kidding me? Oh, streaming wars. Oh.
Disney Plus. But second was TikTok. Third was
Wow.
Instagram. Fourth, the YouTube. 5th, Netflix streaming wars. 6 is Gmail.
I love my Gmail. Nobody take my Gmail away. Screw Ymail.
So I need to download it. 7th, Snapchat. 8, Messenger. 9, Facebook, and then 10, Amazon. I like
I would not
Amazon.
consider. Oh, that's just the free apps. I was like, I would
Yeah.
not consider Amazon a social platform. Like what? I connect with the customer service when I need a fix to my delivery. Does that count as social interaction? Yeah, I guess.
Mm. So, you're currently frozen on my screen. I'm hoping it's not
Oh, I
frozen.
am. Oh
It
no.
produced, but hopefully it's not frozen because this happened before. But like, it's not frozen on the video Skype produces, so it works out. Because right now, I'm gonna take a video of you. Because they caught you in like mid laugh.
I'm just
So
moving my head back and forth in mine.
you're gonna currently see Sawyer's frozen. You see him? He's frozen. Okay. Boom. Okay. You want to end it off for
Yeah,
the
I'm thinking of
podcast?
like the question of the day.
Ooh.
Um, the question of the day we can go. I don't even know. I mean, we're talking about social media platforms and everything. Let's get.
Ooh.
Hmm.
What are we thinking about?
No, you said ooh. I was just gonna think of something stupid.
Uh, I'm curious of like, nah, of like by age group, what's people's most used app?
Yeah, there we go. We can go. What in the comment section below, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify, hop on over to YouTube, Angel Corrado 2, check us out. And then leave a comment about what is the app that you most use.
Ah,
And
you're
then,
on.
hey!
Sorry.
And then also, on top of that, I'm curious about what the first app that you typically open in the morning is. And saying the clock to turn off your timer does not count as the app. So, what one you use most, and what one is the first one that you use on a given basis. So leave those answers down low in the comments, and then you're cool signing off. I guess we answer. So, what would you say yours is?
TikTok. Well, I was like
Yeah.
count, clock, and then TikTok,
Hmm.
and then most used and the first one.
Yeah.
Just all over that.
I would say my first use is Snapchat, and I would say my most used would probably be Facebook, and it's really not doing anything. It's like Facebook videos. Actually, no, that's a total lie. YouTube. I am on YouTube watching like 30, 40-minute YouTube videos way too often to want to even like brag about. Uh, so
And like
that's,
they're so good at recommending it to you. Like another
yeah.
one.
And I'm like, well, I'll just keep on going. So those are mine.
Snapchat, first app, and then most used YouTube.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
It'd be kind of fun to look back at it and be like, you were using Snapchat.
Yeah. Like, who
Like
uses Snapchat?
imagine saying that as like, you used to use MySpace.
Yeah. It's like, or like the people with the phone, like the cell phones that have the top five. I wasn't in your top five. Like, no.
For all the newbies, MySpace was the social media of it was a Facebook of before Facebook was a thing. And then on your profile you had top 5 friends that you chose
Hmm.
as your top 5. And people were very bitter if you were a close friend of somebody and they weren't on your top 5.
Yeah. If you were on their top, or if you weren't on theirs, but they were on yours, oh, they were leaving your top five really quick because you cannot have that.
And then the music choice of that profile because you also could select music styles.
Yep. The music, the layout, the background, everything. It was all customizable.
Good times, good times. So I'm wondering when that point will be when we're like, you used to use Snapchat, you used to use TikTok, you used to use Facebook.
Yeah. That'll be weird.
All right. Question of the day.
Yep.
Most used app, and what's the first app you use?
Yeah.
Boom.
And that has been another, if I do say, fabulous episode of Talkmen Tuesday coming at you on a Tuesday. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to us. Again, if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and you know what? While you're at it, there's a little bell over there. Hit that for some notifications. If you are on Spotify or any of our other places where you can get podcast, hey, maybe you're on Apple Podcasts or Apple Music for the podcast. Don't forget to follow us. To keep up with this great content and check out the other platforms too, because Angel Corrado 2 has some great content on YouTube. But thank you guys very much again. This has been a fantastic episode of Talkmen Tuesdays, and we can't wait to see you guys in the next episode.
Boom. Thank you guys. Peace.